Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for Lego history, hauls, and humor. That used to be the tagline I would use, something along those lines. You know, the alliteration going on there, HHH, and since it's the home, I like to say I use humor sometimes. Talk a lot about Lego history, and it seems like all I ever do is Lego hauls. So, hauls, history, humor. That's the BrickTsar thing, and I have at least 17 packages, and I'm not going to do them in this video though. Not all of them are for BrickTsar. Some of them are for my other channels, but one of the things I got is this, and so to tell a little story. The previous day, on Friday evening, I should say, I was coming home from work, and I was in the typical Atlanta traffic, and I was looking behind me, and I saw what looked like liquid behind me in the middle of the road. And you know, you see stuff like dump trucks will leak stuff and all that, and I wasn't thinking anything about it at first, and then I looked ahead of me. I'm like, why do I not see the drops in front of me? And I looked behind me. I'm like, is it because of the glare of the sun? I can't see them in front of me, but I can see them in behind me. And then I was like, I looked at my temperature gauge. Everything was fine. And then I was like, let me zigzag. So I'm in the lane. You know, we're only going like 5-10 miles an hour at this time. And I'm like zigzagging, and I'm like, oh shoot. The drops are zigzagging now. And I was like, I am leaking something, probably antifreeze. So I am in the left lane. I was like, I got to get over because I need to be in a position where I can get off of the interstate if I need to. And it was like nobody was letting me over, but I'm like, you know what? My car's old. It's 18 years old. I'm coming. So I went over, and sure enough, as I was doing that, then the smoke started coming up out of the car. And yeah, people let me over, and I got over, pulled off as far off the road as I could get, turned the car off immediately, because then by then the temperature gauge had gone up to H, as high as it will go. And then, you know, it's spewing the smoke, and well, I know something has happened. I just don't know what at this point. So I let the engine cool down, and I was right at a ramp, so I was like, I got to get off the interstate. I don't want to be on the interstate. I'll get off the ramp. I know there's a gas station right at the... Only problem is that gas station, I had to make a left turn. And guess what they don't have at the gas station? Water. I wanted water. You know, they sell antifreeze, like $18 a thing. So the reason I'm telling you this has to do with this, because I ordered this before that. So, called my wife. I said, I don't think I'm going to make it home in this car, and I'm going to try to find an auto mechanic nearby where I can just drop the car off and she can come get me. By then it was like 6 o'clock, and I was like, oh, the places are open till 7. That's what they showed online. I said, there's one about 2 miles from here. So I'm going to let the car cool down and then make a run for it. And I would do things like I would turn the car off at intersections. Oh, and by the way, I looked, and yeah, it was clearly leaking antifreeze, and I put some antifreeze back in it. I did buy some, and then I tried to put some water in there as well. But anyway, it was still leaking. I drove down the road, turned the car off at a red light. I was hoping the lights wouldn't turn red, but sure enough, they did. And then I was able to get it over to the automotive repair shop without cracking the head of the engine, and they were closed because the time on the website is wrong. That was wonderful. So I had to do the thing where you leave the key in the box. So anyway, I take all my stuff to work with me in a bag, and I'm coming home, and I got the bag, and I make sure I get the bag out of the car. And then tonight, when I'm going to film the video, which is for you tomorrow, it's today for you, I was like, where's my camera? Not my camera, my microphone. My Rode microphone. This is this thing I'm wearing. I'm like, oh shoot, where is it? It fell out in the car. Fortunately, so we got the car repaired. It turned out it was just the radiator hose on the driver's side had cracked. This 18-year-old car. So that's all it was. And they replaced the hose and put antifreeze in it, and that was good. So we went and picked the car up, drove it home. Still wasn't thinking about this microphone that I'm recording with. Couldn't find it, and it had fallen out. So I just went in. I was about to film my video, went out there, and yeah. So anyway, this I have is a lapel microphone kit that was just like $12 or $13 on Amazon. It's not the high quality ones like the Rode that I've used before, but what I'm wanting to do is just try this where I don't have to connect it like this. I connect this to my body, and maybe I can be a little more discreet. So what I'm going to do is try this, and I can still be hands-free. Like, instead of having, oh, does this thing open? Oh my goodness, this thing's tight. How do you boy, they have really, I thought it would be like an alligator clip. There it goes. Ugh. So I'm going to do like that. I think that's a little more discreet of a microphone. And then I'm going to take this one and plug it in. So I'm going to stop the video and come back. So with this thing, this is the wire that goes to the microphone. This is an adapter. This has the 3 rings. You need the 2 rings, or not as many rings. So this is an adapter. This is TRSS to TRS, I think. I think it's working. So I can connect this to my pants. The wire's a little bit long. So I'm going to walk back over there. I don't know what I'm going to look like because I can't see the microphone now. Hopefully it's working. Hopefully I got a little gauge that's on the microphone. I know you can't see me right now because I'm behind the microphone. It looks like it's still recording. So what we're going to do is walk back over. Yes. So this is a little better for me. It's like I got the microphone. I can probably figure out a little better ways of attaching this. It's a little more discreet for you, so you don't have to say, what's that attached to him? Maybe you'll still see this little bump coming out here. But anyway, this was like, yeah, $13 on Amazon, and it's got dual mic, so I can use it for both. I can also use it if I wanted to just directly connect them to the iPhone, I think. So yeah, so anyway, I panicked when I thought my brand new Rode microphone got left in the car, or even worse, got dropped on the sidewalk or in the parking lot when I was making the change of taking my bag from one car to the other car where my wife picked me up. So I was a little stressed. And so anyway, we're going to do a quick little haul here. And I will tell you, I did watch the first few minutes of LegoCon, the part where they had some of the AFOLs on there from around the world. One girl, I think I saw at one of the conventions one time. But anyway, I really wasn't interested in the LegoCon. I may go back and rewatch it. I think they have it on the website now. They're like 2 hours plus. I think it's made more of that like television. It's like made more like a television show with the. It's not like a YouTube video. It's more like something for kids. So, which I guess is what it was intended for. So it didn't really appeal to me what I saw so far. And from what I hear, the set reveals, where they didn't reveal anything. There's stuff everybody already knew about. So I'm like, what kind of set reveal is that? I was like, do something we haven't seen before. All right, so this is a package from 5-Star Bricks or Brick Cash. And one of the parts I needed for Ninjago City is this. He had the cheapest price on Bricklink. And he's a seller that doesn't have a lot of different items, but what he has tons of. And what he had tons of is 16 by 32 plates. And if you buy 20 of them, it's $9 for shipping. So it came out to $3 per plate with the when you include the shipping. So I bought the 20. I thought about buying 40 or 60 or something like that, because you had to buy them in. I don't know if you had to buy them in bulk. Some of his items you got to buy them in the bulk, and yeah, these are the price he had was $2.50. So with the shipping, it came out to about $3 per plate, which is still a lot cheaper than what they are on Bricks and Pieces. And these are all new. So only needed one, but I bought 20. And if you look on the sold for this item, you see a lot of people buying them in the lots of 20. And I would recommend getting them if you want base plates, these, at a pretty good price. Brick Cash has them, and even though he has probably hundreds of thousands of them, I don't know how many he had. It was a ridiculous amount, and I don't know where he got them or how he got them. Hopefully he didn't steal them. I don't think he stole them. But yeah, it's a good price, and it won't be that price for long, because usually when these things would be like $5 to $6. So to get them for $3, half the price, that was really good. So that's part of the thing I'm doing in piecing together the Ninjago City and the Cafe Corner, or anything else I do, is I might buy bulk of an item. Like I only need so many of it, one maybe, or two or three or whatever, and I'll buy it in bulk from somebody who's got it super cheap. and sometimes that works out. So here's another thing I bought in bulk. Oh, this box was, I know I just ripped it, but it was already ripped right here. This is also for Ninjago City, and the reason it's ripped is because he didn't pack it right, and it's from Brick World LLC. Everything arrived fine, so there's nothing wrong with the order, but when you're shipping something heavy like this is really heavy, don't leave air gap. So this thing had an air gap. The box could have been cut in half. The box, let me see if this is so heavy. So this is super heavy. The box you see is almost double, not quite double the size. So you should have cut the box down to size where it just fit this. This is super heavy. But I will give the seller credit because he shipped it media mail and didn't overcharge me for the shipping. Because this, even though it looks small, this is super heavy. And what is it? It's Ninjago City instructions minus the stickers. So I think I've never opened Ninjago City. I'm sure the stickers would have been in here with this. He separated those, probably sold those separately. But again, cheapest seller in the U.S. I think one of the only sellers in the U.S. even selling this. And I only wanted one. His minimum order was $10, and I couldn't find. It's another bulk seller, and I couldn't find anything else in the store that I wanted, so I bought 7 of them to get just to get to the minimum shipping. Because a lot of the sellers that had it, other people had just the one would be $10. So I bought 7 of them for like 11. I think it came out to like 11 something, and then the shipping. So why BrickTsar? Why did you buy 7 of these? Because nobody's selling them, and years from now somebody's going to want them. And I only wanted one, so I went ahead and bought 7. I'm going to keep my one, set it aside. I'm going to keep these, set these aside, and one day I will sell them. Not today though. So that's, yeah, so basically to get one of these I bought 20. To get one of these I bought 7. And it was just, these are so heavy. It's like, even if I just bought the one from somebody, with the $10, it would have come equivalent of the price of 7. And I'm sure that the less than $2 per issue that I paid for this, I'm sure it's going to be worth more than that one day. Because all of the modular instructions are worth something. And I have actually been selling instructions in my store, which has really made me happy. People, you know, I hesitated to put the instructions into the Bricklink store, but people have bought random instructions here and there. And so if you ever buy instructions from me or from anyone, just, you know, you can request media mail. It is legal to ship media mail, but you can't ship this with Lego pieces media mail. That's the caveat there. Is that the right word? Caveat? So that was actually that was 3 of my packages if you count the microphone enhancements here. So I hope the audio was all right. I hope the levels might be jacked up a little bit much. I may have to turn down the gain on this receiver. I was noticing, for instance, on the A-Fool podcast, I think there's a little bit of an echo, and I think that's because the microphone gain was turned up on my microphone. I may have to use headphones. Now, the old microphone that I used before, I didn't get that feedback like that. So I'm learning. I've only been doing YouTube for 14 years, so eventually I'll learn how to do it right, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Let me know, did you watch LegoCon? Do I need to watch the whole thing? I certainly hope not. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. This is a Pylon t-shirt. I don't know why I'm wearing this t-shirt, because Pylon, this is one of my favorite Pylon t-shirts. Pylon's one of my favorite bands. You don't have to go look them up. Band from Athens, GA. Started in the late 70s. And they like traffic cones, which I have to put around my truck. So thank you for watching, and Tipper Truck Army video coming real soon. See you guys. I hope this worked.